Thank you.
Well, good morning to you. Happy Thursday. My name is Michelle Yarn, and we are going to celebrate a birthday blowout because it is HSN's 41st birthday. We're down to the last week of our big month-long celebration. And for you, that means new brands, great price points, exclusive configurations as well. It's a whole lot of excitement. So you're gonna wanna check back in every single day because there's always something new happening here. Now, for this hour, we are featuring super smart, super practical products that will make your life so much easier at home. And we're starting off with the palm screwdriver. Now, this is basically like having 14 screwdrivers in one, like having a toolbox in the palm of your hand, because you have this ergonomically correct screwdriver, and then stored right inside the lid on top are 14 different bits to choose from. So no matter what type of job you're tackling, you are bound to have the right tool that you need. Really cool, and it just opens up right here, and you can see them all on the inside. Now, I have home improvement expert Linda Lyday here because she's gonna show us how this works and just how much easier this is gonna make our lives. Good morning, it's good to see you.
Good morning.
I'll tell you what, I have a drawer full of tons of different screwdrivers.
That's
the
right.
bits are always all over the place at the bottom of my husband's toolbox. I mean, it's a huge pain. This would be so nice to just grab and know I'm gonna have what I need
Well,
right away.
what's nice about this, what everybody really likes about this is the ergonomic design of it.
Right.
So it looks kind of like a faucet handle, doesn't it?
It does.
Now, if you look here, you have these little rubber grips here, and you can see exactly where you're gonna put your hand, right? Right there, okay? So you have these grooves. That's nice so that you don't, slip when you're doing any kind of screwing in or out. You have a ratchet. Now I love a ratchet.
Me too.
I like the sound of it, and I like the ease of it. I like the fact that I don't have to take my screwdriver, whatever it is, anytime it's ratchet, off of the screw head.
And then realign it and try to find the grooves.
Exactly.
Oh,
so this is what's great, because you can push in the pressure, and then you can like go forward or backwards, and that's what you have here on this dial. Now, if you want it in a fixed position, you just do it in the middle position like this.
Okay.
So now it doesn't have any kind of ratchet at all. But I want you to look right over here, because this is what I like. See, look, I just flip it here.
Look at that.
Now
Everything
I have
in one place.
14 different bits. Now I could tell you that this is, slotted, and this is, Phillips and Torque and all the different kinds, but all you're gonna see that whatever the screw is, you're going to look in here. It's like a jigsaw puzzle.
Right.
What is gonna fit in here? You also have this bit extension. And let me just take this out, and you can see that this has a little bit of a collar to it too. Let me show you how this works. Now, you can either use it just like this, which is kind of a stubby. This is really nice sometimes. Sometimes when I really have to put a lot of pressure in, I just use that. But if I have to get into a tight space, right, and I need a little bit of a longer shank, then I put in the extension in here, which is really neat. Now, I have basically you're gonna think, okay, well, it's a star bit, okay?
Yeah.
So this star bit, a lot of the different things that we have these days do have that star bit. So anytime you have the star bit, you're gonna have a little screw that looks like this, right? And this is what you have a couple of these different star bits. What I like about this, see, I can just keep this right on, and I can just turn it. A lot of times, especially new DIYers, they have a hard time because they're taking it up and then they're slipping, and it goes this way and that way. What's nice about this is I can put the pressure in, and it's a palm screwdriver. I like that because my palm can go right on there.
You have so much more surface area to work with.
Isn't that
so
great?
So much more leverage. And I hate with regular screwdrivers, it's that tiny little handle, so you're just digging that right into the palm of your hand, and you really can't grab it. So with this, I mean, you can have so much more pressure and torque. If you have dexterity issues, it would just be fantastic, because now you can still hold very easily. This is half off right now, you guys. So typically this is $24.95, but it's our birthday blowout, so it's $12.95 for you this morning. Big customer pick as well. The reviews on this are fantastic. Well, people keep them in different places, use them for all the odd jobs. Like I have 2 young boys. I can't tell you how many times I have to open up toys to change batteries. Right. And I'm looking for the right screw, or it's a teeny tiny one that I can't hold on to. Right. This is great because you get 14 bits and even that little little extension piece, and it all fits so nicely right in the top.
That's right. So really it's taking out 14 screwdrivers, right? And you have, and it's organized. You have the 3-stage ratcheting switch for rotation. Again, it's for, you know, reverse, forward, and then the fixed position. It has a very short profile. It's ergonomically gripped. It has this nice feel to the rubber, which I really like because I don't want to have to slip. This is what's nice about it. We have so many different things around the house, whether it's a doorknob, maybe the hinges to the cabinet. We're putting together that, you know, modular furniture that requires so many different kinds of screws and tips. Now you have it all in one place. I cannot stand it when I, like, you know, go to a handled, you know, a doorknob. I'm usually always fixing people's, you know, cabinet doors and stuff like that. And again, I do a lot of stuff in my car as well. Great to have on your car, because remember, this is organization right here, flips up there, and this is where you're going to have everything stored. You're going to have 14 bits right in here, and you're going to store your extension. Now, I want to just show you a little bit about this extension because this is a nice extension. What I like about this is this has a collar. When I push this collar back, then I can take the bit out.
That's easy.
When I put the bit in, I have to push the collar back to keep this bit into place, which I really like, and that keeps it secure. So, which I appreciate, because the last thing I want to do is like look for, you know, my bits. Where did they go?
We will put off home improvement projects. Like, I'll just deal with a loose doorknob for months because I don't want to have to go dig in the box, in the drawer, in the compartments, and find the part that I need. I love all the different examples of the types of screws and bolts that we come into contact with every single day when we're fixing things around the house, those odd jobs if you're working on your car. But to know that you've got everything right there in the handle, you're less likely to lose them. This is so easy to grip as well. And it makes it nice when you've got to get into those tight spaces too, because this is a low profile. It's not a super long handle, which again, when it comes to leverage, if you really need to get in there and press, you can use the palm of your hand and you're going to get a lot more pressure, a lot more torque on this as well. It just makes so much sense. It's like, why wasn't this around for so much longer? What a great gift too.
And a lot of times you'll get a tool that has the ratcheting feature and they're really expensive. That's the thing. What's nice about this ratcheting feature is that when you are pushing in and you put your weight into it, all you have to do is you just literally turn it. You keep this in the position and turn it. That way you can just keep it nice and straight and put, you know, instead of taking it off, and then that's how a lot of people strip the heads of the screws.
Can I just tell you, we're probably saving marriages here because my husband and I, we love each other dearly. The biggest moments when we fight are when we're trying to do home improvement projects. I'm not even kidding, because he'll be like, you stripped it. And I'm like, everything is everywhere. You're so unorganized. It's ridiculous. So, I mean, really, this is one of those super practical, smart items, like I mentioned, that's just going to make your life easier on a daily basis. And if it's not, you know, helping you not fight with someone, it's at least helping you get the job done more efficiently and much more quickly as well, because there's always that need for it, whether it's something like toys, whether it's hanging pictures, fixing that loose doorknob, working on your bicycle, your car. I love that you mentioned that. This is small enough you can easily fit it into your glove compartment. But what a great gift. This is one of those ideas we were talking about, especially it's the lowest price you've ever had this at $12.95. Pick these up and hold on to them, because there's always somebody's birthday or Christmas comes around and there's that person that's hard to shop for, and you think, oh, I've got that really practical gift. Housewarming as well would be fantastic too.
Now, this is what I like too, because again, you're going to have bits of all different shapes and sizes to do all different things. This actually has like an Allen key bit to it, which is great for furniture. Now look right here. See this screw right here? This screw right here, this is the perfect example of when you put this in here. Now this is a tough screw to go in. What I like about this, because I have all of these notches and grooves and it's rubber, it's ergonomically correct for my hand. So all I have to do is I just keep it in those grooves and I just push it right through like that.
Notice,
I let the tool do the work, really.
Exactly. You're not having to struggle. You're not wrapping your fingers around a skinny little handle, and you're not pressing the point of that handle into your palm. That hurts.
Exactly.
When you really need to get in there, you'll end up with marks. I love the idea. You've just got more surface area to work with.
Yes.
It just makes sense. And now you can easily grip and turn. So again, any kind of dexterity problems, this is going to help make life a lot easier.
Well, you make a good point, because a lot of times when you have a longer screwdriver, you have that one place here, right?
Yeah.
And you're pushing in, and a lot of us will start to get a lot of nerve pain in our hands, right? The older we get, right, we lose a little bit of the padding on our hands. What's nice is that this is flat. This fits nicely here. It's also going to fit nicely in your kitchen drawer, right? And you're going to fit, it's going to fit nicely in your car. It's going to fit nicely in your toolbox as well. This is what is fantastic, because you have, I just like the fact that this flips open like this.
It's probably my favorite thing. I keep opening it and closing it.
It is, I know.
My type A personality is so happy right now, because you can see how perfectly nestled every piece is, and they're facing up. So to your point, Linda, you can see exactly what shape you need to grab, and then your extender goes right in the middle. So it's so simple.
It goes right there, and now you have everything nice, neat, and tidy, and you put it right back in your drawer.
Love that. So remember, guys, this is half off for us this morning. So if you want to pick that up, go ahead and take advantage. It's a big customer pick, so you can read the reviews as well if you're curious about anything else about this. So Linda, thank you so much.
Thank you.
What a great item.
Thanks.
Perfect gift. I think I may have to stock up on that as well. We have so many fantastic products coming up in our show, including this quirky pivot power strip. Now, think about this. We have so many electronics nowadays, and the regular power strips, you plug in 2 items and you're taking up 4 plugs because they're so big. Well, with this, you can actually pivot each part of that strip. So you can not only fit all of your plugs, but also you see those 2 USB ports. So if you're charging your cell phones or your electronics, you can use that as well. It comes in beautiful colors, can you believe that, to really blend in with your decor. And like I said, it bends, it pivots. You can wrap this around a planter or around the corner of your wall, wherever you need it. It's practical, and it actually looks beautiful. So it's on sale right now for $19.95 and 2 flex payments as well. So that's coming up a little bit later in our hour. You're gonna love the demos we have for that one. And don't forget, we have Savings Frenzy going on right now, which means you can enjoy an additional 30% off thousands of items online. Search Savings Frenzy at hsn.com, and there's a coupon code, YouSave30. Just use that at checkout, and you're going to be able to save up to 30% off of some more items. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Peter Kilcullen here. You're going to help us out in the kitchen, because I'll tell you what, whether you have a big, beautiful designed kitchen, a small galley kitchen like mine, no matter what, no matter who you are, we all have to dry our dishes. And unfortunately, it's usually, like for me, it's a dish towel that gets soggy and gross, and you're stacking plates, or it's one of those giant plastic racks that are so ugly you have to hide it.
And that's always what we've had. And you hit it actually right on the head. I know at our house, you know, my wife Debbie and I have a son Harry, but we have we redid the whole kitchen, and it looks amazing. It's very modern and minimalist. You know, my wife Debbie did this whole thing. But the dish rack that we had, the drying rack, was a plastic, and it was that old kind of style, and it didn't fit. So it was always underneath the sink. We had to keep it there. We could only bring it out. But this is, it's exactly that. It's perfect for that more modern kitchen, even a small kitchen where you don't have a lot of countertop. You want something minimalist that still functions. This is going to be it. Soft anodized aluminum, which is pretty nice. And then also the base, or the drying rack that we have here for your glasses and silverware and things, is also that silicone, which is nice. And I know we have a choice of color as well. So we have the dark gray, and I think we're calling it the lighter gray.
So this is the really pretty dark gray, and then you have the light gray. So it's a 2-piece set what you're getting. So you're getting the dish rack, which will show you it may be compact, but it actually holds a lot and a big size of dishes. But you're also getting the mat, which works for drying, but also you could use this as a trivet, because it's very heat resistant too.
Exactly. I mean, the whole set is, again, I think it's what you're looking for. We have, you know, different silicone products like that, but then also the rack. So 9 total plates on there, and I know it definitely, it looks small because we want it to be compact, but check that out. Even large bowls like that, the large dinner plates,
that's a big plate.
It does a great job. It fits those. It fits the bowl. Actually, I brought another bowl here as well, so you can see that they actually stack up right next to one another, close like that. So you can see it does a really nice job. And then when you look at the silicone mat, I want you to see that there's ridges and then those little bumps in there as well. So when you're putting glasses or coffee mugs and things on there, they're actually sitting up on there, so we're aerating underneath them as well. So it just increases the drying time, because now I know when I do the dishes, when you put them in the drying rack, well, that means you're done. Right, I'm the one who leaves them in there the whole time, so I don't get out the the dish towel and dry them and then put them away. I like to leave them in there and let them dry themselves, cut down on that last step and then put them away. Well, and this does make it very easy to do that.
I love the idea that we're aerating too, because how many times you put your mugs down and you go to use it and you pick it up and it's all still condensation inside. It's still wet and gross. And then when you use those plastic racks, the one I had, the water would just sit in it, so it would become slimy and gross, and I don't want to put my clean dishes in that. It seems pretty counterintuitive to me. So I love this idea. I really like the look of this too. If you have like chrome finishing or stainless steel appliances in your bathroom, in your kitchen, you could put it in your bathroom, I guess.
It looks great.
It looks really nice, and it does the job it's meant to do. So really simple. You're getting both. You just choose the dark gray or the light gray for the silicone drying mat, and you're good to go. We actually just marked this down a few hours ago, so we took half off the price point for you guys, and we've got it on 2 flex payments.
Because remember, it is that anodized aluminum, so it's never going to rust. It's always going to look great. It's going to function, and you're going to be able to leave it on that counter. Not only can, the counter space is always at a premium because we don't have enough of it, but if you can have something small that's going to fit all those dishes, and maybe you're someone who even has that dishwasher, but if it's just a couple of people in the house and you want to be able to just wash those dishes quickly, I know we end up putting like a couple of dishes in the dishwasher. Then you don't run the dishwasher because there's not enough dishes in there to really make it worthwhile, and then they sit in there and that gets a little gross as well. So if you can wash those dishes quickly, throw them in your drying rack, I mean, you're going to be set to go. But it definitely is a different look, and I think a different take on the drying racks that we're used to, which is just that plastic and then maybe that wire, that little thin wire rack that can rust after a certain amount of time.
And cleaning those out is no fun because you're trying to get into the little grooves and things. I mean, listen, this is just a simple fix to an everyday need, and it's aesthetically pleasing. So if you're in need for something that gets the job done the way that it should, but you want it to look decent so you're not hiding it under the sink when it's not in use, this is definitely for you because it's very sleek and modern. It's lightweight. And the mat as well, it is a silicone mat, so it could double as a trivet because it's actually heat resistant up to 200 degrees, which is nice. So if you needed to take this to the table and put a dish on it or something, that you're eating dinner or lunch together and you want to just set it down, you can definitely do that as well. But if you have a towel or something, that gets wet and then it sits on your countertop and then the underneath gets slimy and gross. I mean, it's
And that's
no
a towel
fun.
that you can
So
use for drying the dishes if you're unlike me and you want to dry the dishes. Now, I just put it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I just have 6 plates in there. So you can see the 6 plates, but it'll fit up to 9. It'll even fit, as I was showing you a moment ago, giant bowls like that if you have bowls to go in there. So again, compact size, but really well designed that it's going to hold those larger. And those are the things we're using the most often, are those large dinner plates. It's going to hold those as well.
And sometimes those are the ones you can't put in the dishwasher, so a lot of times you have to hand wash certain items. So it's nice to know, even though this is compact, the way that it's shaped, you can still fit your bigger dishes. And then the mat I would use also for if you have baby bottles or small parts to your accessories that you hand wash because you can't put them in the dishwasher or they'll fall through. This is nice because, again, you've got these little nubs that kind of lift your items up so the air can flow through and they can actually dry and not turn foggy and wet on the inside.
Exactly. I mean, if you want to get them dry, you want to get them put away without all that slimy and stuff. But when I'm looking at this, and we just had that shot of it, how great it looks, even when you put dishes in there and you're leaving those dishes in the rack, that looks pretty cool.
Pretty pretty.
I mean, it'll fit perfectly in a small, there's a lot of these smaller apartments and condos and homes, and they're really modern. They're kind of going with that minimalist look. This fits perfectly. But most important, that it's going to be functional as well. Up to 9 plates, even these larger bowls, things like that, it's going to work perfectly. You've got the mat, even that silicone mat. Again, it has that modern minimalist feel to it. So I think you're gonna love it. And this comes from Tada, the company Tada, and we've been lucky to have them on with their suction hooks as well. So if you're familiar with those, where you can put on the glass and in the shower and in the mirrors, they're perfect. So same company, they really designed some really neat, unique products, that you've been using the same old kind of product for so long.
Just reinventing the way that we use those items that we have to use, because these are just jobs, everyday life. So you just choose your color. Either way, you're gonna get the drying rack, but then you choose the color of the mat. So we have the dark gray, and there's also a light gray, which is nice if you want it to blend in with your countertops, or maybe if you have that color theme of the darker gray throughout your kitchen, this is a good one to go with as well. The size on this rack, by the way, it's about 13 inches long and about 8 inches wide. So it really is nice and compact. But again, you're fitting big capacity here, up to 9 plates. These are much bigger bowls and plates we use as an example.
Yeah, and it's sturdy. So I mean, they're taller. They're coming up tall off of the rack, but they stay in there really nicely. So you're gonna love it. It's going to work. It's gonna look great. You're not gonna have to hide it under the sink.
Yeah, does one thing well. I mean, sometimes that's all you need. Now, you did mention the hooks a moment ago. You have to see these. So also from Tada. So these are suction hooks that don't make any holes. You don't need any tools. It's, what is it? It's twist to grip suction. So it seals nice and tight. Yeah,
exactly. All you're gonna do is just turn the little knob, and any of these non-porous surfaces, it's gonna, I mean, look at that. One single hook. You're just gonna push that. There's actually a little gel on the back, and you're gonna be able to just push that up against any surface, and then basically turn that knob, and it locks it on. So I can show you that. So what makes this different than a lot of them is that there is this gel, and it's kind of a sticky little gel that's right there. You feel that? That's not actually what holds it up on the wall. That's what allows you to push it on there. It'll stick briefly for a second, give you a chance to just reach up, turn that knob, and it pushes all the air out, and it locks it on there. So here you see it. Push it up, turn that knob a few turns, and you'll feel the knob tightening, and now...
So any smooth surface?
Exactly. Non-porous, smooth surface. So there you can see on that backsplash. That's a really nice one with all the coffee, even on the stainless steel appliances, certainly glass and mirrors. So in the shower, it's perfect. And we've got, I believe you're getting the large and the small. You're getting a mixture in that 6-pack.
It's a 6-pack. So you're going to get 4 of the hooks that can hold 6.6 pounds. And you're going to get 2 of the hooks that can hold up to 11 pounds. So a really nice capacity on that.
When you think about what 11 pounds, how heavy that is. When you think about using that in the shower, if it's going to hold that little shelving rack for the shampoo and all that stuff, it really is, a plenty of weight at 11 pounds, and even the smaller at 6 pounds. There it is, decorations, places where you just, how am I going to hang something?
Yeah, how nice.
You can't put a nail in there. You can't put a traditional hook. This is perfect, and it's not permanent. You loosen that little knob,
and it'll pop right off.
Come right off.
So it's a 6-pack, you guys. You're getting 4 of the 6.6 pound capacity hooks and 2 of the 11 pound capacity hooks. This is actually $15 off right now, so only $14.95 to get all 6 of those. I mean, as you were saying, think of all the ways that you can use that.
They're great.
Really smart. And
really
you're
useful.
not having to get it wet and like jam it onto the wall. You just twist the little knob and it automatically suctions in.
Super easy. No
really
tools. You're going to love it.
Really nice. Okay, thanks, Pete. We will see you in our next hour.
That's
so
right.
stick
We're
around.
Back for more.
Yeah, we're making you work this morning. Hey, coming up later in the hour, I want to let you guys know about these lights. These are so fantastic. They are portable cordless LED lights that you can wrap, you can clip, you can stand them up, you can hang them on items as well. They've got a really flexible gooseneck, so no extension cords needed. It's a really nice bright light, and it has a dimmer. We've got a 2-pack available for $14.95. That is just such a great price. Half off. We're down to 3 colors on that one, green, purple, and orange. But you are getting a 2-pack. So that's coming up in just a little bit. And it's a little touch sensor. You just touch it and it turns on and turns off. And the colors are really fun too. It makes a great flashlight or a night light as well. So if you want it in a kid's room, or maybe if you're out walking the dog, that's a really great option. So that's coming up in just a little bit, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Now we are gonna move on to an American Dreams item. And American Dreams is our program where we search for the next great entrepreneur, people who come up with super smart ideas that solve everyday problems. This is definitely one of them, and you guys love this pivot power strip. It's a customer pick. And the reason is because you can pivot and move the strip. So what that means for you is no longer do you need those straight power strips where you plug in two things and now all your plugs are taken up, because a lot of our plugs are so big nowadays. This one can actually pivot and move, so you can use every single plug. It can blend in with your decor. You can put it in odd spaces, and it has 2 USB ports as well to charge your mobile devices. So you're not using up the plugs to charge your devices. It really is a super smart product. And Tim Wilkins, it's good to see you. Good morning.
Good to see you.
This is such a great item. Our price point right now, $19.95, and you have color options. Like, who would have thought?
Who would have thought
beautiful
to go from
decorative
this
color options.
old construction, commercial grade building office supply
And
here?
this is what I'm talking about. You take up all the room.
Yeah, this is the same one. This has 6 spots. Thankfully on this one we're using 4. And you say, oh, you used a big plug for that one. You know what? We'll use a different plug. We'll use that one. That takes it all up. We'll use this one over here. That takes it, because we all have the printers and the shredders and all these things that are using up all of our plugs. This one doesn't do that because we can plug in whatever we want. Let's do it that way, and just bend it to get it around and put it wherever we want.
That's so smart.
Now, if you want to talk about, I'm putting all my biggest ones in here just so you can see. Now, you still have 2 USB ports on here as well to plug in your USB devices, which is pretty much everything we own.
I know, I love
But
that.
if you think about just going to the store, well, if you buy one from the fancy store and moved after the piece of fruit, this is $25. That pays for a couple of these. But just to get one at the drugstore when you're walking out, to get one in the grocery store, this almost pays for the price of this entire power strip
Right?
that you're getting. And none of these are as pretty in wood tones. And this looks like that one at that place where they restore hardware.
Oh.
Did I say that casually enough?
Which place are you talking about?
I can't give the name.
So this is called gray wood. So this is one of your options. And then we also have it available in brown wood, which is really beautiful. Love that color. Oh, there you go. And then we have it in forest green, which is really nice.
Think of all your Christmas stuff.
Yes,
Think of all
you're
the
right.
decorations, all the little tchotchkes now that are run by USB for your Christmas lights. Plug in your little town, plug in your choo-choo train that goes around the
We
tracks.
have one of those.
White, of course, goes with everything.
Yep. And the black has like a glossy finish. Very modern.
No, let me tell you where I put this in my house.
Okay.
I've got this on my kitchen counter because this matches my marble on my granite on the countertop.
Yeah.
And I've got all my toys, my air fryer, I've got the toaster oven, I've got another toaster, and I'm able to still charge my phone and my reader right there on the counter, and this meshes in with your beautiful countertops.
That's nice.
It's such a sleek deco look.
I love that. So another thing we're preventing is having to sacrifice which item gets charged. That always happens. Like if I need to go to bed and I need to plug in my phone, but I've already got a lamp plugged in and I've got our TV plug in there. There's all these things and I'm like, okay, which one's going off so that I can actually fit this one? And this is gonna eliminate that, because now if you have a big plug taking up space, just turn it and plug in your others. And I love our video when we get to that as well, because it gives you so many ideas of how these can blend seamlessly in with your decor. But as you can see, all of the great features here, that bend and pivot action, swiveling outlets, those 2 USB ports, which I think is so smart, and surge protection. That's really important.
So you're not sacrificing surge protection, so you're worried about all your devices when that storm rolls in this time of year. Now, Jake from Wisconsin, we can't thank you enough for taking time off from your law practice to invent this. But check this out. Now, I'm dating myself a little here. When they invented the power strip, or they actually, we only had 3 things that plugged in the bedroom. You didn't need a power strip.
Yeah.
You had your alarm clock, a lamp, maybe that's it. Now, my dad's got an adjustable bed. We've got a DVR, DVD, VCR, whatever we've got there. A couple of phones, chargers, game stations, readers, all this stuff. And where are we going to plug all this stuff in?
Yeah.
And now, like you said, we can wrap that around the leg of the bed. We can wrap that around the nightstand. We can blend this in with our existing decor to get all that done and still plug in our devices. Where's my little cords here? Where else are you going to plug in all these devices and have all these plugs without sacrificing surge protection and making it look pretty? My gosh, look at me.
I mean,
look good.
it's very odd to think that you would use power strip and beautiful in the same sentence, but these really, I mean, you can really blend these in with your decor. I mean, let's say you've got them in the office and it's up on your desk, or you want to bend it around a planter. you can do that. If you've got it, maybe there's a corner and you need to, you know, put it around the corner. Or sometimes, like we have our TV stand and everything's plugged in back there, but it's so tight against the wall. These big giant strips aren't always gonna fit, or they have to stand up vertically or some weird direction. With this one, you can move it to how you need it.
And look how much
nice.
that's gonna clean that up and make it look nicer and give you access to all of these, because we said, now I'm making a point with this one, but it really is, this is something everybody should have. This is the one my grandparents taught me. You plug in a lamp and put it on a timer so it comes on at 6 o'clock at night, so everybody thinks you're home. It's a security device, but it just took up 3 of our 6 spaces here. This is cleaning this up. You think about all those cords behind your TV and your nightstand and your dresser, like you said. This is cleaning up, giving you that nice, neat appearance to have all your stuff the way it should be. And you're not, again, you're not sacrificing that surge protection.
Yeah. How long is this actual
That,
cord?
I believe, is
like
a
how much
3-foot cord.
Yep. Oh, okay.
So it gives you a full, I believe, 45 inches of length to plug things in. But you're able to put this, there it is right there.
Perfect.
45-inch plug. I studied a little. I try to keep up. I've got the black on the countertop, and then I've actually got the gray wood tone in the bedroom because that matches the headboard.
Yeah, or if you have gray carpeting or gray tile floors as well, I mean, it's really gonna look nice.
This is well, like I said, that's a look that a lot of the magazines and a lot of the decor is going for now. So you're getting that, they've got that faux finish tile that's not really tile, that's the laminates.
Yeah, yeah.
That's really nice. So let's show you again what problem this is solving so you can see. I'm gonna put this down so I can actually work with it. You've actually got the space to plug in 2 USB devices, a big timer, a big shredder, a big printer, and bend those so you can always access them. If I was to compare that to here, let's try and put anything on here. We can probably get 1 more on there. So we're getting 4 on one that has 6. But if I was to even try and put a couple more devices, I can actually plug in a phone there. And where's my other one? My little square one that costs $100. Oh, there it is right there.
It costs $100.
These things, I just hate buying them at that fancy store.
Well,
I could get them all in there if I use the tiny ones.
Well, what's nice is, yeah, so with this one, to charge your devices, you don't have to take up one of the plugs because you've got those 2 built-in USB ports. So you're really getting 5 different sources of power here on this one strip. And that's why it's a customer pick. You guys love that it does the job it needs to do, but it's aesthetically pleasing, and it makes so much sense that if you have to have one of these big guys plugged in, you can actually just move it and fit another one next to it. I mean, it's one of those ideas where you're like, well, why didn't I think of that? We've been struggling with this kind of deal for way too long. They don't look good. They don't work the way that they should. And why are we spending more for 6 outlets when we end up only getting 3 of them?
2 or 3.
Yeah.
Now, I actually call the American Dreams segments the why didn't I think of that segments.
It should totally be called
what
that.
I wouldn't give to invent one thing like Jake from Wisconsin. Why I want to be Jake someday. Now, when we go back to colors, though, Michelle, I do want to point out, if you have that clean white, if you want to do that, the black that matches your countertops and some of the sleeker furniture. Green, though, we just had Christmas in July on HSN a couple days ago, and I saw a ton of stuff that plugs into USB to charge.
You put that right under the tree? You didn't even see it.
Right under the tree. Alexandra Baker had some beautiful pictures and some things that are all LED and digital that are so stunning. The classic, that restored hardware look that everyone's going for.
Yeah, that gray wood and then the brown wood.
So many great wood tones that we all have throughout our lives that this would just bend right around and fit in with your existing decor.
Yeah, and let's face it, we all have so many devices now that need to be plugged in that this is great. And that's what some of these reviews said. I can plug everything in, no problem. I'll order some more. I love the USB ports. I have so many tablets and cell phones. And one woman said she lives in a house in the 70s, so this type of plug is needed, especially with the USB ports on the end. So you guys are loving it. Yeah, it's $10 off right now, don't forget, so you can pick that up and break it down on 2 flex payments as well. So we have another item coming up in just a second, but I do want to give you guys a sneak peek at this beautiful Bissell that we have coming up toward the end of our hour. This is a 2-in-1, so you can use it as a hand vac or a stick vac, but you are getting super high power, cordless, rechargeable battery, 20-minute runtime on this. I'll tell you what, there are some stick vacs out there that are double and triple the price of this, that you get maybe 10, 15 minutes of battery life, and that's it. So this one is a workhorse. You can reach up super high, you can go down on the ground, you can use it on carpet or hardwood, whatever you need. You get all all the attachments you need as well. But there it is, 20 minutes of runtime, converts to a hand vacuum as well. You've got that extension wand to reach up high. You're getting the whole kit and caboodle, everything you need, and it's $30 off for you tonight. We've reduced the shipping and handling as well, and 5 flex payments on that one. So stay tuned for that, but it's really a fantastic deal. All right, now we're gonna talk about the light that goes everywhere that you do. It's totally portable, it's cordless. You've got this really nice bright LED light that's not gonna burn your fingers, doesn't eat up your battery. But what I love is this gooseneck, because you can wrap it, you can hang it, you can stand it up, do your nails, do your makeup, whatever you need. You're getting a 2-pack of these today for $14.95. What a fantastic price point. We took half off of it, and they're actually really pretty, and you can fold them up into the base as well. Use that when you're walking the dog, or my kids would love this in their room as a night light too. But you're getting 2, so you just choose your color. This one is the purple, and we also have green or orange. We're down to 3 colors left now, because these have been a really big hit with you guys at home. It's a great price point for something that you're gonna use in so many different ways.
My Gracie is an avid reader, so this is her reading light. She weaves this up through the headboard, points it down for books. She takes it in the back of the car, which I love, so that she doesn't have to turn the dome light on. A lot of times, we just came back from a road trip to Alabama last week. She created a little fort with blankets and put it in there, and we were able to run it either with batteries, or we've got USB chargers for our phones in the car. You can just plug it right in.
So either or.
Either or.
Yeah.
Now here's the beauty, and we'll turn the lights on in a minute so you can see how very bright the LEDs are, and you can bend it. Like Michelle said, get the detail on your nails,
Yes.
get in there, push your cuticles and get everything. But it's dimmable with just a 1 touch in the middle, and it comes right down and dims down and dims down, and then it pops right back on.
That?
Oh, we're still kind of bright. There we go. Oh, you see it come off? Now, how bright is that? Now we'll bring it back down. There. Oh, it's off completely. 1 little notch is on, and a
Look
boom.
at that. That's
Boom.
so cool.
So you can have as much light. If you want to wake up in the middle of the night and walk down the hall and not wake up your partner and turn on all the lights, you can dim it down. There we go, right there. They just killed 1 more light for us. Wow. So you can have that a little lower and a little lower. Make that trek, fold it up. We just had guests galore from January to March in our house because we live close to the Big Mouse amusement park.
Yep.
And they use our house as a free hotel. And everybody was there. Nobody knows their way around your house. Hang this on a doorknob so when they get up in the middle of the night, if they need to get a drink of water, use the restroom,
Wouldn't this be great if you wrapped it around, like if you have a bedpost or a lamp nearby, but you need that extra light, or if your spouse is sleeping and you want to read a book? Oh my gosh, here we go.
There we go, right there. Hey, we got a movie that'll show you the same thing.
Perfect example right there.
Nicely
or
did, Michelle.
Hang it there, and then also sometimes, when you wake up in the morning and you're headed to the bathroom, you don't want that bright light first thing in the morning. This is great because it's dim enough that you can still, be a little relaxed, but it's bright enough that you can see what you're doing. And these are all great examples of how you can use this. Oh, smart.
Very
Working
smart.
on a car.
Now think of this, if you're an RVer or a camper, and you're out cruising around, you can read with this, you can walk around from campsite to campsite. I don't know, I'm just getting ready for the RV culture. These are my people, apparently. They ride around the country and they go to these camps where they have friends they run into constantly, and everybody just walks from truck to truck and parties and hangs out and does their activities, and you're able to do this. Look how easily, so the base is a little heavier, the back is very bendable. So, and again, those makeup mirrors that we have are incredibly, if you're gonna get a lighted makeup mirror, incredibly expensive.
Absolutely.
You can add this to your existing mirror, little uplighting there so you can get the right look.
Well, you travel too, because you don't know what the lighting's gonna be like where you are. Or me, I like to move around the house when I do my makeup, so it's nice that I could take this and put it a little closer if I want to. But you have 2 options with using this. So you can use it with the battery, or you can plug it in as well, right, with the cord. And it comes with that.
When we come back to full light here, I'll show you where it plugs in because it's super easy. But you see over here, it's a great reading light. Since you're getting 2, leave 1 in the car, travel with 1. You don't have to worry about that. Leave 1 in the bedroom. Look how bright that is on that book. There it is right there. Now, here's how easy this is to use. So it takes AA batteries, or right here in the back is a little port to plug in. I just had it plugged into our Q-beam, or our quirky pivot power. Yeah. And this is Q-beam. This is actually by Q-beam, which is a 40-year-old lighting company. Look at that right there. How easily that plugs in. And you're able to power that. So you can leave that next to your computer. You can leave that next to your desk or on the kitchen counter and just plug it into the cube and it's perfect.
And I like that you can also use it like a traditional lamp and just set it on any flat surface, but now I'm not tethered to wherever the outlet is where I have to sit and read a book, or I don't have to have a huge extension cord to use it. I can just take it on the go, unplug it, and use it for the battery. So
this
that's
one's
really
actually plugged
nice.
in right here to show you how easy that plugs in. So there it is.
Really simple.
There it is on your kitchen counter. So you don't have to worry about running through batteries. You are getting two, so one's gonna look cute in the bathroom, one's gonna look even better in the kitchen. Sewing.
Crafting, yes.
If you're a crafter and you need to get detail, if you're a quilter, you're someone who's got to get in there. I'm getting to the point where I can barely thread a needle, or if I'm getting ready to go fishing like I just did the last couple days, barely thread those hooks anymore. So I'm gonna get all my leaders preset before I go out, because once I get out there, I don't wanna take my readers in the boat, because that's how bad it's getting. But now I can get right down in there, get all the detail I want, and get those fine things. If you have someone in your life who ties flies to go fly fishing somewhere, you're able to get in there and do everything you need to with the detail, and at the touch of a button, you can dim that down to just exactly what you want it to be. And
that is really cool.
Brighter and brighter. LEDs are so amazing.
Well, and the LEDs are nice too because they don't eat up your battery as quickly as, you know, traditional lights would, and they don't get hot. So if your kids are using this, like mine, they have bunk beds, and there's two of them.
And there's
so this would be perfect. So they could each have their little light. They can hang it on the little bedpost or take it with them when they go to the bathroom in the middle of the night.
Do they fight over
really
who's
convenient.
bottom bunk or top bunk?
You know, surprisingly not. I did wake up once and the 3-year-old had climbed up to the top on his own with socks on. I'm like, oh my gosh,
But
how did he make it?
This,
but yeah.
With a bunk bed, they can weave it into the slats underneath.
Totally.
And
they
have
would
that
love
light
that in the bottom bunk.
and be able to read and play games and do their stuff. That's the coolest thing. I used to love the bottom bunk.
So that's the green. We're only down to 3 colors left on this. That's the green. You get 2. Don't forget that. 2 of them for $14.95. It also comes in purple, or you can choose the orange, which is really nice as well. So again, whether you're traveling, it's just at home and you need it in different spots. If you're taking it on the go, if you're gifting this, it's one of those practical items. It's really, it looks cool. I love the look of this. Easy store. It's pretty flat. You know, it's not going to take up a ton of space, but it's just one of those items. Like,
you're not walking down the hall with a lantern like some creepy night watchman. This is actually very cute when you're making that trip down the hall.
No kerosene or flames to deal with either. See, we're trying to help you guys out here. All right, very cool product. Thank you so much,
nice to see
Tim.
you, Michelle.
Yeah, you too. Quick reminder for you too. We had this a little earlier in the show, the Ta-Da 6-pack of the vacuum suction hooks. These are amazing. You can stick them on any flat surface, and they have this twist action to really get a nice suction on the wall if you're using it in the shower, on your doors, anywhere you need that little bit of extra organization. It's a 6-pack, so you're getting 4 of the hooks that can hold up to 6.6 pounds, and you're getting 2 of the hooks that can hold up to 11 pounds. These are $15 off this morning, so for $14.95, you're gonna get all 6 of those hooks. You don't need any tools, you don't have to drill any holes in your walls, so it's a really nice way to get that extra organization where you need it. Also, if you rent, I mean, that is a really great option because you can't just, you know, install all over your house. So go ahead and pick those up while they're $15 off. It's really a great deal. All right, so we're going to talk about another practical must-have item.
Yes.
Good morning,
How are
Jenny
you?
Bond.
Good morning.
I'm doing really, really well.
We made a couple messes here.
I feel like you went to my house and brought all of my floor surfaces in.
Doesn't this really happen, though?
This is life, right here, these messes. And the thing is, if you want a vacuum that is so lightweight, super powerful, I mean, it's Bissell, and cordless, this is it, because we're going from carpets to hardwood, under furniture, up high, and then to a hand vac with all of that amazing
5 pounds, too.
suction.
I mean, because look at
guys,
this.
5
It's
pounds?
cutting the cord. I don't know about you, but summertime's so busy. There's more messes now than ever before. Finally, now that you're getting with your multi-surface here, you're gonna be able to do your hard floors, your carpet. But I just want you to watch here, okay? This is a 22-volt lithium-ion battery. Look at those guys, okay? Just to have this from the bottom up, watch what we're gonna be able to do, but there's not gonna be any scatter here. Wait till you see all the dust and debris off this floor.
And look at the lights, too, nice.
But look at that edge to edge clean as I come back and almost puts like a little suction seal onto the carpet. There's no blow around. The finest dust and debris. This could be your pet hair. Guys, look what it does. It's gonna pull everything right off this hardwood floor on your tile, on your laminate. Now, I just like to do a quick little pass. I want you guys to come in close. I know it's early. Maybe you're getting up, having your coffee. If you see the difference here of not pulling out that bulky upright, this really is such a game changer for cleaning. Do you see that complete edge-to-edge clean? The finest dust, the pet hair. I always talk about my cats and my dogs. Being able to have that one vacuum that's gonna give you this edge-to-edge clean, but also straight over to your wall-to-wall carpet, to your rugs or your runners.
And that's the difference, because a lot of times with these cordless, you can't use them on a high pile carpet like this.
And
you're
this
just like stuck.
Exactly, because I mean, this is a Bissell. They've been around since 1876. And just let me show you how the machine works first, okay? When you get it home, it's already charged and ready to go. What you're gonna do here, I want you to look up top. You see that that's our, that multi-brush roll there. But I want you to look what we're gonna be able to do here with how we're gonna,
handle?
Yep, right here. You're gonna, everything is easy to put together and take apart. You have these little arrows and you just kind of push the button down, and now I'm in that handheld mode here. Now watch, this actually stands up on its own. The other one that's out there does not. We'll put it right there. Now this is it. You're gonna get that full cyclonic action vacuum. You get that extra large canister here. And as I pull it apart, you have this easy empty here. But I also want you to look up top, okay? Because really there's so many bells and whistles with this. You're gonna get that multi-level filtration system here. You can give this a rinse. You never have to replace this.
Great if you have allergies. Oh,
so
my
big.
goodness.
I'm allergic to every single thing in my house.
Except for the kids, right? Hopefully.
Well, that's out. No, just kidding.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. But this is the difference. This is that 22-volt lithium-ion battery. Do you see how lightweight this is? This is gonna give you that 20 minutes of runtime. And if you look at the other guys out there, maybe they're 12, maybe they're 15, and why do you pay all that extra money for something that's not gonna give you the cleaning that you need? And 20 minutes is a long time.
Yeah.
Now here we go. You just attach your arrows just like this, and all you're simply gonna do is you pop it in and you hear it.
Easy.
It's so simple. Now watch here. So here we have a high pile carpet. We've got pet hair, we've got feathers. Nothing's gonna blow around. One push. Do you see, look at those lines. Is that not amazing? I honestly feel with the power, in a way, it just kind of propels itself. I mean, it's got that nice swivel. Look at how fast, and nothing's getting left behind. I love the fact that you don't have a cord, but you don't have to worry about that suction power. So let's go right underneath here, okay? Can we go underneath the table? So all those hard to reach places, watch how it pulls the feather before you almost even get there. This is so packed for power. You're gonna get maneuverability. So let's come right around here. So now let's hit these feathers, okay? The reason we do feathers is because with other vacuums, you're gonna get that blowout, they fly around. This is showing you that the suction power is happening from that base down. Look at that swivel. Isn't that amazing? To really be able to tackle.
Wow. So the example about the feathers, if they're not blowing around, that means while you're vacuuming, you're not blowing up the dust and the dirt that you're trying to suck in. Have you ever noticed that when you vacuum, all of a sudden you can smell that you're vacuuming? You don't want that. That means stuff is blowing around.
Exactly. And it's kind of like, it's kind of like a little trash can, really. I mean, if you have the bags, if you have all those canisters and stuff, that's what's going on inside. Now, because it's a Bissell, I mean, it's a name we've known and trust since 1876. There are no bags. There's nothing stinky inside here. So watch. This is a full cyclonic vacuum. Say goodbye to having to have that bulky upright for all those everyday jobs. You just don't have to have it anymore. And when you get this home, you're gonna feel the difference. The pet hair, the dust, maybe just making coffee in the morning, having coffee grinds on the ground. All you're gonna do is you have this easy empty canister. You just open it up here. You kind of just pop everything out, and you have that really large container inside. So you're gonna be able to pull up so much stuff even without emptying this, and you're never gonna lose that, have that loss of suction. Pop it back in. Just like that, you always hear that sound and you're ready to go.
Well, think how easy it is too. I mean, this is 5 pounds. So if you need to get the stairs, if you need to get up those hard to reach places, if you want to take it out and use it on your car, you can do that. You know, you're getting all of the accessories and attachments that you need to, by the way, which we should let you guys know. So if you're going in crevices, on upholstery, whatever the case is, you're getting all the parts with it too. And you're getting just as much suction as you would from those big, bulky plug-in vacuums. But with this, you can just just grab it and go. It's so much easier.
But this is such a game changer because now the thought of having to plug in a vacuum, it's not even something that I think about. Like, I don't have a wall phone that's attached to the wall anymore. So why are we attached to the cord when it comes to our vacuum? So here with this, you are getting that multi-reach base, okay, that 22-volt lithium-ion battery that's attached right here. This is gonna be that multi-surface tool, and I'm gonna show you here even in the handheld mode in a minute. Wait till you see the power of the brush roll. You're getting the extension brush, which I'm gonna show you in just a minute. Plus, you're gonna be able to get that fine dusting brush. And then this is a great crevice brush that allows you, with the extension hose that you saw me use on the floor, you can reach, you're gonna be able to do the fans, you're gonna be able to do the bookshelves. So here we have, and I want you to look closely, we're gonna do some hair, but then we're gonna use that crevice tool from the same thing. I've got the duster here. Watch what we're gonna be able to pick up. Do you see that fine hair? Watch this. Do you see how fast that is?
Gone.
I mean, if you have pets, just having a handheld vacuum, I joke about my dogs, my cats, my bunny, the bird, all of these animals.
My hair is all over the place.
The bathroom, I can't even believe it.
gosh.
Between this and like my teenage daughter, it's everywhere.
But you know what? Having a handheld that's lightweight like this but powerful, it actually is going to make it easier to maintain a clean home because you're much more likely to say, okay, I'm going to go grab that with my pinky and clean this up versus I'll just let it go because I don't want to dig through the closet. I don't want to lug that heavy vacuum up the stairs, plug it in, wrap it up, pull it down.
There's other handhelds out there, and maybe they're like less expensive, but let's face it, when you get it home,
you need that power.
You feel the quality, and you know you're like, oh, well, it gets clogged. Look at this capacity. Imagine being able to get to
this
the
is my
cereal
life.
in the crevices.
Popcorn, cereal.
You ready? Up, look, you found more. Now watch it here, ready? I love this vacuum so much because of the power. So now you see this is the extension hose. Watch what we're gonna do over here. I wanna show you one of my favorite things, okay?
I'll follow you.
Because if you've got stairs, if you just have the pet areas, so now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna take our multi-surface tool, and remember what I said, you just go arrow to arrow. It can't be any easier. And what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're just gonna go and pop this in here. Now, this is where I put it to the test. Now, I want you to look underneath here at this brush roll. You ready?
Okay.
I want you to see the power as I turn it on. Look at that, okay? So now, we're gonna take it here, and do you see this fine pet hair? Imagine just having it as a handheld tool.
I just love that you can use this on it in handheld mode.
You can do
like
any of the parts together,
Okay.
interchangeable. It's so easy. Now watch this pet hair, we're gonna gobble it up. Isn't that not amazing? Do you see how fast? Look at those LED lights. Now, all you're gonna do, this is where we're gonna really have some fun. All you do is you see this green part, like the arrows are so easy, you just pull it apart.
Okay.
Now here we have, this is our other multi-surface, this is our extension tool. I'm gonna pop it on right here, arrow to arrow. So let's go ahead and get some really big messes. So again, just go into the baseboards, going into the car. Here we go, one push of the button. And now we're gonna go right here to the pet food.
So I love that you can get big items, small items. We use cereal so you can see it, but think about, you know,
look at that.
Even when you use your big upright vacuum, you can't always get into those little cracks and crevices. So what ends up happening is you have all the dirt and the pet hair and everything just kind of builds up in those corners.
Exactly.
And I mean, I've used like a butter knife before to try to dig the stuff out so that I can get it.
It happens.
This is so compact and this piece is so small, you can get in those crevices and you get all the attachments.
Exactly. Plus, I want you to look here. When I turn it on, you're going to get these two LED lights even up here in the handheld mode that lets you see messes. Plus, you're always going to have the bars. This is 20 complete minutes of runtime. So watch this, and then we're going to tackle some big messes. You know, plus you have the LED lights here. But now, do you see this? This allows you to see those messes. But now we're gonna tackle these right down here on our table. Okay, ready? Any mess in your home, the multi-reach is gonna do it. Here, your cereal.
Yep. Look at the power on that.
More cereal. Now these guys in the car, forget about it. Beads. Look at the suction power, even before you even get there.
Those are heavy.
And just keep watching. Look at the capacity here. Full cyclonic action with the cereal. And then here's bird seed. This is literally the story of my life yesterday. And then what I also love, I love when there's little freebies. So here you go. You're even going to be able to go with those LED lights, seeing everything underneath, and that special crevice tool there, that actually is on board. But what I really love is the power. You don't want anything to scatter. It's those hardwood floors, or especially down here with the AC on. Think of all the dust bunnies that build up in the vents of the air conditioner.
Yeah, and if you want to get up there, what are you going to do? You're either going to get on a ladder with a wet rag, and that's just disgusting, or you're going to have your big heavy vacuum. This is 5 pounds, so if you want to get up high, you can do that. And that crevice tool you were talking about, built right in.
Right inside
so you got
here.
all these attachments, all the bells and whistles, all that power, a 20-minute runtime with no cords on a 5-pound vacuum from Bissell, which is a name we know, we trust. It stands for quality. This is actually on 5 flex payments. So for $33, we can send this to you, try it out around your house, okay, and see how great it works for you. You have 30 days to try it too, and see the difference it makes. Now, I will say, I know people who have the cordless stick vacs that they paid a lot for the name. They don't get the battery time. It's a little more heavy than you would expect from a handheld. So this is gonna get the job done, and it's actually easy to use.
And it really, I mean, this is something, and I wanna go through too and just show you like high areas, because yesterday when I used this, I couldn't believe what was above my cabinets. But just to get the pet hair, if you have pets, this is such a game changer. And you see the light?
Yeah.
I love the light that comes in right there. Now what I'm gonna do here, remember, it's just one push of the button. So I want you to look here, and I haven't even emptied this canister yet. One push of the button, you're gonna go ahead, and this is how all of your attachments work. We simply just take this here, and now I'm actually putting on, what is that, floor extension as well. You pop that on. Let's go ahead and we'll take this one here. Everything is interchangeable, okay? You're gonna get so many different pieces. So let's pop this right down
Reach your
here.
arms out, there you go.
And now look, okay? So this is what I was doing just with my cabinet. Do you see how high you're gonna be able to get? Again, 5 pounds in your hand, and you're gonna have that complete 20-minute runtime.
Wow.
Is that not amazing?
5 pounds that's light. I mean, my purse weighs a lot more than that. So it does make it easy to do those hard to reach areas. I wanna give you guys an update. We have about 120 of these left for you. They are currently $30 off right now. 5 flex payments available as well. So if you wanna get this home and just get those dirty jobs done a lot more quickly and a lot easier, this is the way to do it. Because now you're not digging out that giant vacuum. You're not lugging that up the stairs. You can't really take that outside to vacuum your car, the minivan, which can get totally crazy dirty that you have to plug in.
I don't mean to lean behind you.
No, you're fine.
But here we have this here. All of the places that you cannot take that bulky upright, you can't do it. And I want you to look just at this mess that's down here right now on this carpet, okay? We have got blue sparkles. We've got streamers. We've got pet hair. Normally when you have a mess like this, you'd have to pull out the bulky upright.
Yeah, absolutely.
Watch this. You ready? Is that not amazing?
Really nice.
I mean, look at the pet hair.
And it's interesting because a lot of times with a cordless, you don't get the power because you're running off of the battery. So not only do you have to go over the same area over and over and over again, but the battery dies in what, 10, maybe 12 minutes. So this one lasts 20 minutes, which is more than enough time because you're not going over the same areas over and over and over again. So you really, it is much more efficient. And I'll tell you, Bissell, when we talk about vacuums, it is some of the strongest suction power out there. I mean, this is a brand that's been around a long time, so they know how to do it right.
But look at the difference. You saw that before. All of the mess that you think, oh, I have to use my upright. I gotta plug it in. I'm gonna go from room to room pulling that cord. You don't have to anymore. Finally, there's technology that's under 5 pounds that you're gonna have a 20-minute run time, and you really are gonna be able to have that freedom to go from your room to room. And
so you can change floor surfaces from tile, hardwood, high pile carpet.
Exactly.
Low.
Look here, I went ahead, we just did that carpet. I don't have to switch the brush roll. And that's another great thing that I love. You can go from that carpet, look how it glides. I mean, just to have that, is that not unbelievable there? Look how it swivels.
And you're not scattering the dust everywhere, which that can happen on hard floors. A lot of times, you know, the mess you're trying to clean up ends up getting spread even further around, so now you're really having to work a lot harder.
See, now this actually, That makes me very happy. It's very calming. Like, I love the fact that it's so powerful.
It's
those
so
clean
gratifying. Thank you so much, Jenny. It was so good to see you. Make sure you pick these up, guys. We got about less than 100 available now at this point. So while you're shopping too, keep in mind, we do have HSN Protection Plus plans available. They're powered by Square Trade, which is an all-state company to help you protect all of those investments, and you get hassle-free protection with that as well. Okay, don't go anywhere. We've got more coming up just on the other side of this break.
Did you know you can stream both HSN and HSN2 live anytime, anyplace? With just the click of a button on your phone, tablet, computer, or smart TV, you're connected to the latest and greatest we have to offer. And with HSN2, there's always something different from what's currently airing on HSN. Head over to hsn.com or open your HSN mobile app and start watching.
It's our birthday. Apply for the HSN credit card and party like a VIP. Instantly get $25 off when you're approved. Plus enjoy extra flex on jewelry, beauty, and fashion purchases all day, every day. And the gifts keep on coming. You'll get VIP financing, VIP easy returns, exclusive offers, and no annual fee. Apply now and celebrate like never before. Call 1-800-695-1418 or search HSN card at hsn.com. Discover the newest way to create a style all your own. The HSN Style Edit, a curated look at the season's best, most original finds for every part of your life. We decode the trends, share tips and how-tos, and give you the inspiration you need to style it your way. It's the joy of the hunt and the thrill of the find. Your unique style is here. Discover it now, exclusively at hsn.com. It's party time. HSN is turning 41, and you're invited to join the fun. Discover surprises you'll love, savings to celebrate, exclusive finds, and all new favorites. We're even giving away a trip a day. So come join the fun all month long. It's our birthday, your party on HSN and hsn.com.